Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another van build episode. In this episode we will be showing you how we did our shower framing, and Natty is going to be working on some cabinets. Stay tuned.
Okay, so this is what we have going on so far. We have the shower pan that we got at Amazon. Dan installed a little frame around it so that it would have a nice little bed to sit on. And now we're just working on where we're going to put the hole for the drain, and then we'll be working on the framing.
So, little problem here. We originally wanted to put this base right up against the wall here. As you can see, we drilled this pilot hole to make sure that everything's good underneath, and it couldn't tell at first, so once we drilled down we hit the frame, and this frame goes all the way, the long way of the van, so we have to move it out slightly. So I moved it out 4 inches out this way, and so what I'm doing right now is kind of building the framing over here so that we have a slightly bigger shower. So pluses and minuses.
You gotta do what you gotta do. This is what happens when you're trying to make a bathroom and a home out of a car.
So working on the shower pan framing, I got my framing in. I made it out of some scrap wood that I had lying around. I got some brackets to secure this down, and like mentioned earlier, we wanted to go right up against the wall here, but we needed to bring it out a little bit. As you can see here, made a 4-inch gap away from the wall, so this is actually going to make our shower a little bit bigger. Fits like a charm. Yeah, so the next step is to get a drain for here, cut this hole and stick it on through, and then we'll glue this whole shower pan down to the subfloor. But for now, we're gonna keep working on the framing. We're gonna do metal studs here. That's gonna go all the way up to the ceiling. Same thing here. Metal stud, wall here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plywood this whole thing here. And it's gonna be plywood on the metal studs as well. So, but this is what we got so far. I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's like 11:30. So, until next time. Hello.
Alright, let's give y'all an update of what's been happening around here. So it's been a while since we recorded, so there's been a few things that happened. As you can see, we have some ceiling action happening right above me. We picked up a couple of kitchen cabinets that's going to be for the kitchen and closet space, and we have a shower that's starting to be framed out. So lots of exciting things have been happening. What are you doing?
Cutting the back wall with the shower. Alright guys, so we are framing out the shower slash bathroom slash toilet. Anyway, so we're kind of just like putting things together, not screwing anything in yet. The one thing that we have screwed in is the shower pan base. So we have this screwed in. We secured it with some L brackets on the inside, and did like a little step here for the extension. Started the walls here, as you can see, using steel studs, and we are doing the walls here, and kind of ran into a little roadblock here for the back wall for the shower, being because there's this big column over here that's sticking out more than these furrings are, and didn't notice that till now. And then we have like this here, and then like a little guy that's sticking out here, and then we have obviously our window. So I cut a piece of plywood That's going to be the backing for the wall. I'll screw it into the furrings, and then that way I can screw in these steel studs into the plywood. So everything's going to be nice and secure. I'm going to screw this into the top of the furring here, as well as here. Then I'll just screw the base down to the floor. So everything should be nice and tight. Top, sides, bottoms. So it should be nice and sturdy. Alright guys, I'm just going to give you a quick update of what we've done in the shower.
There's a little privacy in her nice down it.
She's testing it out. It's a good size for her.
It's actually a really good size.
It's a very good size for the natty.
I like this, and I'm good. Alright, so while Dan shows you how he is doing the shower and setting up all that framing, I am working on some cabinetry. We picked up some kitchen cabinets from a friend of ours, and I'm just going through taking off the back because we need to bring in the depth. They're a standard kitchen depth of 24 inches with like an 1.5 inch overhang. 25, so it's a little bit too much for us for the little van. So we're going to bring that in and tighten that up to about 20 inches. So we got to shave off 4-ish inches off the back. So I'm just taking them off so that we can go ahead and make that cut to make them fit. So super easy, nothing glamorous. I already took it off these back two, essentially just hammering out the back panel. I have one more left to do here, and then we'll go ahead and cut it. Basically just going through with a hammer along the edges just to try to loosen this up so I can rip the back off. We don't have one of those hammers with the rubber thingy. I think it's called a mallet. So I just wrapped a piece of schmata around a regular hammer just so we don't get any dents in the cabinet to try to keep them nice. All done, that came right off.
Alright, so we're almost done framing the shower here, so I'm going to show you guys how we cut this. I already did it on one side here. So as you can tell that the walls are not going to be straight. Yeah, you can see that one is a little bit curved compared to the one right next to it. To about the metal stud there. So what we did, we made these cuts right here in the stud, and we just pushed it against, and that will bend, and you could shape it any way you want. So for that top corner piece, this is the way I cut it. I kind of I measured the length of this diagonal piece here, and I cut it over here, and then it just bends to whatever angle that you need it to. And what I did up here is I cut a diagonal piece, so this could go pretty flush with the stud or the channel that's up on the ceiling. It doesn't have to be perfect, just so everything can fit. So you can see here I put the stud, the metal stud in, and it's not touching the plywood. So we're gonna have to notch or cut a couple pieces in here so it could bend, and we'll press it up against the plywood so it's nice and flush against that. There we go. And then we just push this against the wall, and voila.
finished the cabinets. All we did was nail down the back panel of the cabinet to the remainder of the cabinet that we sized down just to give it a back. Honestly, all in all, resizing the cabinets was pretty easy. I thought it would be tough. I don't know why I thought that. Probably because I don't know anything about woodworking or carpentry. It seemed difficult, but it was pretty easy.
So right now what I'm going to do is cut a piece of plywood for the inside wall here. And the way I'm going to do that, because the wall is curved in the van, I'm going to measure every foot and measure the horizontal length, and that way I'll get a approximate curve. And then up here there's going to be a corner, so I'm measuring from here to here, here to here, and so on and so forth every foot. Got my line over here. It's hard to tell, but it kind of starts curving. Alright guys, it is getting dark, and it took me a while to do this framing over here, but we got it up. Looks pretty good. The only thing, just this corner looks a little funky, but should be alright. Cut a couple of cross beams to put in between, just to give it a little more rigidity, a little more support. So this is what it looks like from over here, from behind the shower. So I'm thinking I'm going to pause the framing of the shower for now and transition to plumbing, so I could get the plumbing in there, shower mixer, and the shower head. So it'll give me easier time to work with the framing that's exposed. No walls are up, so it'll just be easier to work with everything unfinished like that. And then once we get the plumbing in, we'll close in the walls and everything like that. So I think we're gonna transition to plumbing next time. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more future van build videos from us, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next episode.